So you say I've got 30 seconds to grab you? Well, let me tell you about Arizona. We start off in an unofficial welcome center with a view to die for and crazy plastic deer on cliff's edges. So why not try and climb those cliff's edges with a baby? On the way out of here, we're going to hit 100 degrees already, but at least the trailer's towing good. However, we're not going to make it all the way to the Grand Canyon before sunset. We're regularly going to make it to a ghost town. To take a deaf dog for a walk down old Route 66, of course, you're going to come across a pygmy rattlesnake. At least you're going to wake up in scorching temperatures in that ghost town. This is the story of the Rolling Turd Seven. We traveled 7,500 miles over 32 days across 19 states, and our 7 lives were changed forever thanks to one turd of a camper. Come, enjoy this journey with us.
Ghosttown episode starts now.
But just as a heads up, at the end of this episode, we're going to be giving you a little teaser from here on out, basically, what's coming up on the following episodes. That way you kind of have an idea what's coming at you, and as most of you who've stuck around to the very end got to see, sometimes we possibly throw in the mistakes.
A blooper or 5. So we got out of Albuquerque a little bit late, but with a lot of didgeridoo. We had every intent of making it to the Grand Canyon in one single shot, but... Yeah,
that doesn't seem to be the case with us. We always get either a little bit distracted or whatever, but Google Maps said it was only going to be 6.5 hours, and I thought that was completely doable.
Yep. We all started to get really excited as the canyon walls are rising, because we were feeling we're almost there.
Yeah, it felt like the end of this day where we wanted to be was completely in sight.
Yes.
Like we were going to make it for once. Check that dome out. Just carved out of the rock. Who knows if it's natural or what's going on. Nothing but beautiful scenery all around. I remember when we crossed over into Arizona,
yes,
there was no
Grand
question.
State.
Yeah, the sign, Grand Canyon welcomes you. I remember everybody was so psyched inside of the truck. That's when
it got real.
Yeah, it was like, oh my God, we're actually doing this craziness. 7 living bodies, camper falling apart behind us, yes. But we're doing it.
We're doing it.
Well, our big plans of driving along efficiently did not last very long.
Nope.
Yeah, we decided to make a pit stop at the unofficial welcome center for Arizona. It's the first exit when you get there, and it's basically a bunch of shops that are strewn together.
Yeah.
Bunch of Native Americans.
Really cool stuff.
Yeah, very cool stuff.
It's like handmade items.
Yeah.
They're actually making them as they're in there.
And the Native artists.
Yep. We bought some art. Sand art, I think it was.
Yes, we did.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yep. It's a lot of knickknacks that are kind of thrown together throughout these shops. They're, don't expect anything super fancy. It's pretty much a rummage shop that's thrown together. We meandered through there for a solid hour before we came out and decided to go do lunch. We did lunch at the bottom of the cliffs in the Turd.
Yeah.
And Jenny got to see her first teepee.
Yep.
So we decided just to pull over at a crazy Indian post. They've got some like really crazy stuff up on the hills there, and they're just kind of like those shacks. We're going to walk through them. Yeah, Papa. Look at the train, Jenny. Another train. Hard to imagine. The teepee over there in the distance. Like I said, shacks. We're gonna have a good time.
Yeah.
And climb her first rock.
Ooh, that was a little bit different. Daddy decided that it was a great idea. Mommy decided it was a horrible idea. I'm going to make it look super adventurous as I possibly can in this. But the reality is that it was really not all that high, and it certainly was not anything that was steep. Dale made it up the cliffs quite a bit.
Yes, but when you're a mom and you're standing at the bottom of the cliff and your husband is climbing up one-handed with a baby on his hip, it's a little bit different.
Dale definitely made her way up, and
waving at everybody.
Yeah.
Dale has decided to explore. She's gonna climb up to there. It's her first climb ever. Dale, say hello! Hello, everybody!
So after we exhausted our time here at this unofficial welcome center, we were on our way westward bound. We were definitely running quite a bit late, but we have found that basically you can either keep your timeline or see unplanned, interesting things.
And we chose to see stuff that's off the beaten path because we really didn't care that much to make it there in a certain amount of time. Like before sunset, but...
I actually thought that it was completely realistic that we were going to make it there on time.
Yeah.
There's no traffic to speak of, which was awesome.
Yeah, there was almost no cars.
No.
There were no other cars.
No, not a ton by any means. It was not roads, it was not traffic, it was not construction, because that was all smooth sailing, and we still were not making time like Google Maps says you're going to make.
Yeah, it's never accurate.
It wasn't very much longer after we left there that we had hit a milestone on this journey. It was 100 degrees outside for the first time. We hit the century mark.
Yeah.
And what I do remember is that we were still going down the road with the generator running in the back of the truck and the camper extension cable running the air conditioner in the actual camper, the turd. So the dogs were at 77.5 degrees. They were comfortable.
Sound asleep, probably.
Yeah.
Getting rocked to sleep as they bounce down the road.
She's back there because we keep on making fun of her a little tiny bit. We're not really poking fun of her, but when we pass a cow, we mention that there's another cow.
What's a cow?
Because she mentioned a cow that was like 9 miles out in the distance, that the blind as a bat lady told us her supervision was able to see a tail wag. I just noticed I had the camera like right up in my mouth. So Dale, what did you have to say?
I'm not sharing my wife with you, Dale. Get it.
All right, Bill Davis, this is evidence for you that Dale is not hating this.
Yes.
Yet, that's true. Yet, the trailer is still behind us. You know, maybe I'll just do this. There we go. The trail, yeah, I'm watching where I'm going. I'm not watching the camera, I promise. The trailer is still trailing behind us. Dogs in tow, air conditioning on. They're probably cooler than we are. The baby's watching Kika Männchen. The German is driving Dale nuts. She keeps asking what the dibba dot.
Why am I driving her nuts?
And my wife is driving her nuts now, apparently. Say hi.
Hello.
Say hi. Hello. Mina!
Great.
Nice. Did you finger up your nose?
No, in my eye here.